What's up, kids? Chris here. Hope everybody's well today. It is Wednesday, May the May the 6th, Wednesday, May the 6th. Great to see everybody. So let's talk about keeping our passion alive during this crazy time of quarantine, because it is a little bit maddening, right? We're all locked up tight. In some areas, I think things are loosening up a little bit in the US and a few other countries I've seen. But a lot of people we talk to in our group, what's up, William? A lot of people we talk to in our group are simply just all over the place, and they're really struggling to actually just survive this time, right? And keep your head games in space. What's up, Cade? Mike, awesome to see you. Dennis, great to see you, man. Glad you're here. It's just so important for us to keep ourselves going emotionally and mentally right now, because if you're in client situations, you're trying to retain the clients you have, you're getting on new clients, you're working, you're figuring out new offers, your new sales pitch, whatever you're doing, it takes a lot of emotional energy, right? Franklin, awesome to see you, man. Yeah, glad Dennis is here too, but it's great to see all of y'all. It's so important for us to keep that mental space charged up and really fired up going all the time, but that's really hard to sustain. I'm a guy with a lot of energy. Colin, awesome to see you, but I'm also a guy who's real and has stuff going on in life. Got kids running around the house, we got teenagers home, everybody wants to be busy. It's hard to even go out to the supermarket or grocery store to actually get groceries and feel like you're allowed to be out there, right? It's just kind of stifling. Wearing a mask, you don't see humans. It's just crazy to get out there and do all this stuff. So how do I, it's a good question. I think this came from a guy yesterday. I think it was Brett. Yeah, Brett. Fantastic question. How do I keep myself motivated? How do I keep myself going? How do I keep that creative energy and passion flowing as we're actually in this quarantine scenario? And it's probably gonna go on for a little bit longer. Brenda, happy Wednesday to you. So here's what I do. It comes down to two things: discipline and variety. All right, so let's talk about discipline and variety. And it's not normal for me to have to talk this way because life is usually a little more predictable, right? And now it's almost so predictable, it's unpredictable. I'm not sure how this works. It seems like it's more predictable than ever right now, but that's kind of driving us crazy. So discipline from the standpoint that there are big things that I have to get done, and you have to get done every day, every week, whatever the time period is, to make sure business happens. That sales activity, prospecting activity, the key things that you have to do to reach new opportunities, find new people, talk to them, bring them into your product or service, helping those people get through the workflow, helping your staff stay motivated, those kind of things. Running your business, running your agency, if it's just you or if it's you and a team, is stuff that has to be done. So discipline is required, right? I'm gonna get to the fun stuff in a second, don't worry. But discipline is so important right now, because we're gonna feel crappy some days, we're gonna feel excited some days. It might change 3 times or 4 times over the course of one day, but we have to stay focused on those things that are so important to get done, all right? So we've talked through those in the past. We can talk through them some more. Look down below for tons of more free content about those priorities that I have each day and that you can have as well. But discipline in getting the right stuff done, prospecting, sales activity, bringing in new clients, getting client workload done, keeping that cycle going. Cian, awesome to see you. Those things are so important, and we have to make sure that we're really pushing those things forward every day, all right? That's the nuts and bolts, right? That's the boring stuff. The things that keep the passion alive, though, for me, by the way, if you don't do the disciplines and you just do the fun stuff, your passion will die because you'll run out of money and the stress will get so high. Even if you're struggling financially right now, that's real. A lot of people are. Some people are, some people aren't. But if you are struggling financially right now, doing those key disciplines of getting prospects, clients, keep doing the activity, even if you're struggling, that's gonna help. Forward momentum is gonna help. You gotta get the finances back on track. You gotta get your agency running, right? Okay. The variety, though, is so important. So I do runs and workouts. I like to run, bike, and lift, all right? I'm not much of a swimmer. I love individual sports. I work out with one person. His name's Josh. And before quarantine, we've been working out for a decade together in the gym, 3 to 4 times a week. Plus I run. I love running ultras, love long distance, love short distance, love anything, love being out in nature, and love biking, all right? Those are the things I do for exercise, all right? I can't go to the climbing gym like I used to go to, all right? I can't go to the regular gym like I used to go to. So shaking up the workouts for me is a way for me to find variety. Doing them in the morning or the evening and back and forth. Shaking that pattern up is a way to find variety. If you're pretty regimented, the life has gotten so regimented right now that it's really complicated for our heads to get life and to breathe. So shaking up those patterns that you've had and repurposing those in different times of the day, or maybe with a friend that you can walk 6 or 10 feet apart from, or go running 6 or 10 feet apart, or have a conversation with a neighbor on the front porch 6 or 10 feet apart, whatever you're allowed to do in your community, shaking those patterns up and creating opportunity for community, for exercise, and for new experience. Those 3 things right there, community, exercise, new experience, will drive passion for you. They do for me, they do for most people. So community, meaning not isolating yourself. If it's Zoom conversations or any time you can actually get a face-to-face conversation in real life, real space, do it. If your community will allow you to have a conversation like on a front porch. Our front porch is fantastic. We have porch swings that are probably 30 feet apart from each other. It seems so far when you're talking normally, but now it's great because we can have friends over, and like our next door neighbors can come sit on one porch swing, we sit on the other porch swing. Everybody brings their own coffee or tea, and we sit there and we talk. It's super fun. Or if you're going to work out, if you can go do push-ups or pull-ups or whatever in a local park or in a parking lot near your house or a driveway with a friend, you can be far enough apart. You can create community, right? And you can create experience around doing things new. You could watch a movie outside. Take the laptop outside on the swing set, the old swing set the kids used to sit on, take it out there. Put a lawn chair on the swing set up in the little fort thing. Watch a movie with your spouse or partner. It's fantastic. It's so fun. Do something new. We never use our grill in the middle of the day. We usually use our grill for parties when we have a bunch of people over. But yesterday, Jill fired up the grill and did hot dogs in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. Like, that's not normal for us, but we loved it. It was so fun to just be able to grill out in the middle of the day. I know it sounds silly, but that's not our normal pattern. So it was variety, right? So community, creating opportunities for community. And yeah, CN, I love all of it. Southern living at its finest. Yeah, for real. So community, building community. Anytime you can see a person face to face, and as fun as Zoom is and as fun as this right here is with all of you, I love this every day, but this isn't real human connection. What's up, Chris? Awesome to see you. This isn't real human connection the same way that it used to be like 2 months ago when we could have a cup of coffee together. So anytime you can create that face-to-face connection, even if it's from a distance, do it. If you are in a city, more urban area, and you know your neighbor or have ever waved at your neighbor across the alley through the windows, and you can like hold up a sign and say, want to have coffee tomorrow at 10? Then yes, open the windows, have coffee. What's up, Jeannie? Good to see you. Make sure you do those things, get that connection, find unique ways to build experience, build community, and anytime you can, get some physical activity. Tammy, awesome to see you. The physical activity is so, so key. If it's a simple walk, if it's walking laps around your house, if it's walking laps around your yard, taking your dog or cat for a walk. I want to see somebody taking their cat for a walk. One of my neighbors takes their cat for a walk, and it's super cool. Hey, good morning to you. And Franklin, hey, great to see you. Yeah, talking to Brenda. Brenda's awesome, isn't she? So make sure that you're getting physical exercise, you're building in variety and building in community. All right, physical exercise just keeps your brain moving. A few endorphins are helpful, and just keeping your systems going is so, so key right now. That community and experience thing you can often put together, right? You can also put the, hey Tammy, you can also put the physical exercise, community experience together. Those 3 things, I keep going to those 3 things, right? You gotta have the discipline, and you gotta have to get your work done, but you gotta put in variety and community and the exercise if you can. All right. So again, anything you can do for variety. I mentioned a few weeks ago, I have this huge whiteboard that I use. Y'all see me writing on this sometimes as we do tutorials here in the community here. We've taken our whiteboards out with our next door neighbors, and we played Pictionary recently, where we each have word generators. You can just Google word generator on your phone, and it'll give you simple or hard words. You just hit the word generator, it gives you a word. You play Pictionary, everybody has their own markers, their own whiteboard, their own phone. Nobody has to touch, but it's community and it's experience. Yeah, CN, cleaning the house gives me endorphins. For real, I love that. Yes, totally love that. We've all cleaned out so many closets, sheds, scrubbed stuff. Our master bathroom, we had like little bits of stuff growing. You know how it is. You just can't scrub hard enough. I got in there and just went to town at it recently, and just like, it's just spotless now, just because I was bored, right? But it got exercise too. Yeah, Brenda, for real. And then Jennifer, great to see you. Glad you're here. Great to see you, Jennifer. So do what you can to build face-to-face community. If it's across the yard, across the breezeway between your buildings, over the fence. Somebody else in our group was mentioning, was it CUCN who was mentioning doing volleyball with masks and gloves over the fence with a neighbor? Or maybe when it was somebody like mentioned that a month ago. I don't want to know how that went. They were talking about it here in a Facebook Live. Anyway, do what you can to build fun experience and change it up a little bit. Tammy, love that. I miss Pictionary. Yep, CN. Okay, so CN, did you play volleyball? Give us a thumbs up, yes, or a picture would be even better. So anyway, do what you can do. That's it. Bottom line is build experience and variety into your life. Today I'm eating lunch out on the driveway. CN, we haven't gotten that physically yet. It's kind of sticky, right? I mean, you're not sticky literally, but it's passing a thing back and forth. But if you're gloved up and masked up, how much fun? Anyway, so the eating lunch on the driveway. I got a neighbor across the street. We frequently interact doing that. Just kind of yelling at each other across the street as we're eating lunch. Why not? I don't do that regularly, but it's human connection, it's variety, and it keeps things fun, keeps your mind going. It's amazing the cool stuff we think of and the stress we blow off. We just change it up a bit. We just finished watching all the Hunger Games series with our kids again. We've watched all the Marvel series again with our kids. You know, you kind of get in these series and just crush the movies. They got a new puppy, so we're all loving her. Oh, it's so great. I love that. That's a good one, Sienna. I love, puppies are amazing. We have a dog that's super lovey, and we have to like keep him from going to see the neighbors right now because we figure he's a germ mover, right? He's the rat in the Black Plague. We also are doing, this weekend, we're meeting some friends, since Jill and I love to bike, and they love to bike. They're like for real bikers. They have like the pro bikes and stuff, pedal bikes, not motorcycles. We're meeting at a Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A that's halfway, like 10 miles. They're 20 miles away, let's say. It's 10 miles between each of us. So we're gonna bike to the Chick-fil-A, and we're gonna park our bikes in one of the little car spots and get our orders delivered out the door to us, and then go and sit in a park next to the Chick-fil-A because it's the only thing open in that area of town. And we're gonna eat on a Saturday night, eat in the park, right? 20 feet apart. How cool is that? Last weekend we went to a friend's house and set up lawn chairs like 15 feet apart in their driveway. We picked up our own pizza. They brought their own food and we ate. Anyway, so many things we can do in community with variety that gets our hearts back engaged. Do that stuff. Awesome seeing you all here, but I want to drink coffee or tea with you. But there are people around you, even if they're across the building and you have to just open windows and share life across the alleyway between windows if you're in a big city. That's so cool, it works. Stay within your local laws, be safer at home, do the right stuff, keep your hearts alive though, keep your communities alive, and breathe. Here's a cool thing Jill's doing for community. Jill's my wife. Cool thing Jill's doing for community. She's making, Jill loves to sew. So she started teaching sewing classes to kids several years ago when our kids got too big to sew for anymore. She wanted some outlet for her creative juices. Jeannie, get your creative mind working and come up with ideas. Yes, come up with ideas and share them. Like, tell people what you're doing. Take pictures, share them on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, because people will copy what you're doing. They love those good ideas. So Jill's making face masks. Long story short, Jill loves to sew. She teaches kids how to sew all the time. She loves it. I don't know if that's going to work this year or not. I think it's going to work for her this year if the quarantines are off, but her sewing classes are super cool and fun and creative. She's making kids face masks out of cool, fun cloth. Kids face masks. She's giving them away to anybody in the community who needs them. And she's asking that everybody who comes to our front porch, they're just kind of laid out on the front porch. You can come and not touch them all and touch the one you want and take it and run, and be super clean and safe about it. And you can go home and wash it with soap and water and make sure it's clean. So if we're dirty, it gets you clean. But then she's asking for them to leave a donation for the local child advocacy center that helps with like abused and battered kids. So that is a super cool way, again, to build community. She can do something service-oriented now. She can help her friends and family and anybody in the community who wants to come pick one up. And then she just asked that they on their own go make a donation to the local child advocacy center. There's so many fun things like that you can do to incorporate community, variety, doing good, feeding the passion that you have for creativity or outlets like that. And just so cool. So many great options. CN, We invested in a portable outdoor griddle. So we're cooking on it and sharing on social media. It's so fun. That's a good idea. See, I love that. And your neighbors are getting hungry because they're smelling you cooking outside. How fun is that? That's such a cool idea. We've thought about, it's a good idea, see, and that makes me think we need to like take our grill and wheel it around. Ours is like on wheels so we can move it, wheel it around the front of the house. We could like just do hot dogs and let people grab their own hot dog off the grill, I guess. Heck yes, yeah. Let them grab their own hot dog off the grill and their own buns out of the bag. We could figure out some way to do that clean and just serve hot dogs. I mean, it's so fun. There's so many things we can do. Anyway, be creative, build community, build variety. Don't forget the day in, day out disciplines of running your agency. I know we talk a lot about that here. That's super important. Nothing will stress you out more like not having money. So make sure you're prospecting and selling and doing those regimens and routines like we talk about, getting your staff oriented if you have staff, making sure they're upbeat and feeling good. One of the best things we can do right now too, as owners, is you've done breakfast taco. Oh, it's a good idea, CN. Breakfast tacos, or oh, it's a super idea. You can even do you can have a pancake breakfast and flip them and just have a stack of paper plates, syrup packets. I don't know how you do that in a clean way, but there's got to be ways to. Yeah, that's a super idea. Breakfast tacos sound amazing right now. Actually, will you come to my neighborhood? I've got time. If you just show up at the driveway, that'd be perfect. So, so yeah. Anyway, do things that are cool. Do things that are out there. Have fun, and be sure if you have staff that you are keeping them upbeat, on track, motivated. The kind of stuff we're talking about here. If you have staff or super things to talk about with them, think of fun little things you can send them that you can order on Amazon. I know I'm getting hungry too. Yeah, for real. So think of fun little things you can do, fun little gifts you can order. One of Jill's friends sent her a candle yesterday and some scrunchies for her hair. It's silly, but it's so easy to make someone feel good and just have a good time. And particularly if you have staff, think about what they're doing at home. Same thing you are. They got kids at home. They're trying to fulfill on the work that you've got, that your agency's got. It's so important to kind of really be feeding their fire, feeding their passion, encouraging them, asking them how they're doing, because the mental health game of this thing right now is such an important piece of this game. This is not just about production, selling, and prospecting. There's a lot of mental health stuff going on right now, and all of us have a piece in that by helping and encouraging each other. So yeah, you got it. Cian's mini food truck, the mobile griddle. I want to see a picture of that, Cian. You could strap it on like some wagon and pull it behind your back and go around neighborhood. There's actually a company called Mem Pops. We're in Memphis, Tennessee. So Mem Pops Popsicles, Memphis Popsicles. Mem Pops has this Airstream that they've painted blue, and they're driving it around town. They park everywhere, like in all these neighborhoods for 1 hour. It's like a mobile food truck, right? But they're just selling popsicles. They park it for an hour. It's like a really slow ice cream man. And it's so fun because the whole community gets to come together, stay 10 feet apart, ordering popsicles. Everybody hangs out in a couple of yards and just has fun. Really great idea. Janie, my daughter at her work has been having virtual Friday happy hours with her staff. I love that. If it wasn't 10 a.m. here, I should shift all of this to like 4:30 or 5 p.m. Central. So we do our daily lives. We can have a cocktail, glass of wine, coffee, tea, whatever your choice of drink is, and just chill for a minute. That's a really fun idea. That's a really fun idea, actually. Okay, my fantastic favorite Facebook friends, thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions, ask them. But love this question we got today. Thanks for asking the question. And Brett, and super good question. Great to talk about. I just feel happier talking about it, right? Something about doing this, it just makes you feel better. Okay, great to see each of you. You'll have a fantastic day. Be safe, and we will talk again Thursday. More Q&A, more hanging out, more early happy hour with caffeine. That's where we should be right now, right? All right, talk to you later, guys. Jeannie, thanks for sharing. Have a great day, all. Yes, have a great day, all. See y'all.